Hello viewers, Super GT here. Welcome back to Forza 7 Online. Now we're going to have a look at this. The mysterious no-name hopper. It has no identity. And it's our job to work out what the hell it is. What does it mean? We are here at Suzuka in the rain to try and work out the identity of this hopper. And judging by that awful start by pretty much everyone from 6th place backwards, we can call this the pileup hopper. So as we come through 130R, we're going to turn sharp right here, and everyone is just going to crash or just drive himself straight off the track. Caution ahead, of course, as per usual. Now coming through the second apex, the game decided that's enough crashing, I can't cope with it anymore. I'm going to disconnect all of you because you're all so bad at the game. So I guess we call this the broken hopper, because everyone's so bad, it just breaks. There's just too much noobery. Excess noobery, and the game simply cannot handle it. So we're going to try at Dubai instead, or Nubai if you like. Now these guys are just going to go into a crash. We're going to pause it there and we're going to start a timer. Let's see how many positions we can gain. So we were 20th when that timer started. Coming through the chicane, pretty much everyone's just I can't even commentate on that. There's just simply too much going on. Now 16 seconds in, I've gone from 20th to 4th. That's one position a second. That's one position a second. That's absolutely insane. That just should simply never happen. But it does. This is Forza. Up into third now. Now we're going to come through this fast and flowing section of Dubai. And we're going to swing to the right before swinging fast to the left. I'm going to get a cut back on this guy. And then he's going to employ the noobiest tactic ever. He's going to push me into the wall, stop the clock, stop the timer. That was pure filth. So if you are under 18, please look away, because that is enough filth for your eyes to see. We're going to go into the tunnel. I'm driving angry now, hitting the wall. I've got to catch up with this guy and get back past him. I can't be having that. 8th place. Going past this guy up into 7th through the first corner. And we're going to come up into the chicane for the second time. Hopefully it's a bit cleaner this time. Doesn't really look like it, actually. Plenty of people going sideways. There's the guy who punted me off. No need to punt him off because I'm just so much faster than him. And I can just simply drive away with just pure talent, basically. So we're going to go through the long left and then it's into a sharp right. Not many people get their section right. You'll see that plenty of times in this video. So we're behind two guys here. Looking at the back of second and third place. I've gone for the nice green livery on my Huracan to perhaps stand myself out a bit more, but perhaps that isn't actually a good idea because you can get targeted. Then I judged that way wrong, and if anything I actually helped him through that corner because I think he was actually braking too much. It's actually pushed him and actually gave him a bit of a speed boost through there. Now into the tunnel, the love tunnel as it shall be now known. We're going to exit through the long right on the exit. He's braked way too much. I'm going to go around the outside. And Norbert here as well in the other Lambo. Very slow on the exit. We're going to go through into second place. Now can we catch up with the leader? We've got one lap remaining. This hopper only seems to go between Suzuka and Dubai. It only seems to have 2 circuits, although sometimes it does go to Mugello. I don't know why. It's like 1 in every 10 races goes to Mugello, but it's mostly Dubai and Suzuka. So we're going to catch up very quickly. That gap he had has evaporated to almost nothing in barely half a lap. He's going to start feeling that pressure from Super GT. He knows he's in a video and he's going to brake way too late and he's going to go into the wall and he's going to let me through. That is the Super GT effect working to its maximum potential, and then in the end we come across the line to have a convincing victory over 1,000 feet. So it's not Dubai, it's Nubai. We're going to change that because watch this. We're going to go into the tunnel, the Love Rape tunnel at Nubai in 8th place. Boom, straight up into 4th. Easy peasy. Good work into the next turn. Are these guys going to mess it up? Probably. Let's have a look. Going to keep a nice inside line there. Up into 3rd place. And then we're seeking 2nd place now. You can start feeling that pressure building as we come through the fast right and left. Now this corner coming up, we've just seen it just now. People don't know where to brake. I know where to brake. Boom, I'm on the brakes. And everyone's just into the wall. Good work, lads. And I'm straight up into the lead. So that was 8th to 1st in about 20 seconds. The Newbury level is just in excess. I mean, that is why this lobby keeps breaking. The game just simply cannot handle it. So we're going to come through and eventually lap this guy. After 3 minutes of racing, I've lapped someone. That's good going, mate. Well done. Now coming through the last corner. I'm going to win the race. No, not going to win the race. The game is going to disconnect on me. I'm getting trolled so hard right now. But okay, we're going to move to Suzuka. We're going to try in the rain. And for some reason it's always wet at Suzuka in this hopper. And we pull away from the line. Going up into 5th place. We're going to hold a nice inside line. Be very patient. Wait for it all to... Oh, wait for that to develop, yes. Wait for the punt from the rear end to develop. And it did. It always does. And around the outside of these guys. Tried to come back onto the track here, but no, that guy just simply doesn't want that at all. He's saying, Super GT, look, I don't want you on the track, get back off. Eventually I managed to get back on in 10th place. So obviously not ideal. We've lost plenty of time, plenty of positions, and we need to get back on it if we have any chance of doing well in this race. He's getting very close for comfort here. Too many people in close proximity. That guy comes back on at 90 degrees. And a bit of nudging in the back and forward, and then eventually we get past him. Couple of guys off here. The orange car coming back on with this guy. Now this is the biggest noob moment of my life, I think, because do you remember most cars that don't start the game are ghosted? Well, clearly not this guy, because I wanted to go through him. I thought it was a ghost, but no. He turned out to be definitely there, and well, big crash, and well, I made myself look like a total idiot there, basically. So let's forget about that one. Tried to move on from that. We're in 8th place as we try to reel in the guy here just in front, although there's the orange guy once again is off the track. We move up into 7th place. Can we get into our favourite position of 6th place? It hasn't really materialised that. I mean, in Forza 6 I would always finish in 6th place. I was thinking in Forza 7 I'd always finish 7th, but that hasn't seemed to have proven true so far. I think to begin with, let's say, everyone's still getting used to the game. Maybe once the game settles down, the 7th place rule may become more true. We shall see. We shall see. Bear with me on that one. So coming into the first corner. The first corner is almost just a braking zone for this corner. And we have a big group of 3 ahead. Can we somehow get through the traffic here and finish on the podium? That would be very nice. Yes, it can happen. Look at that. Moses effect. Used once again. Super GT effect and Moses effect. Both very effective. And I've gone from 6th to 3rd in a matter of seconds. Very good work. It's so easy when that happens. I think people just need to be a little bit more patient. If you just slot in behind the guy in front, be a bit more patient, you'll probably do a lot better than if you just really try to get past instantly. You'll probably end up making more mistakes and getting involved in crashes by doing that. But it's going to be a 3rd place, so not too bad given the amount of Newbury from me and from others. So we move to Mugello. So for the 1 in 10 race that seems to go to this track is always due by Suzuka, but here we go then. And it was a replay because my Elgato decided not to capture this, so the frame rate might look weird and it might be a bit laggy. Now to begin with, I slowed down so much because some person just started talking gibberish really loud and it sounded like static over the earphones, so I had to go into a party, otherwise it would have been unbearable. So you see already that the amount of people going off wide, and once again, look at that, just going through the gaps, it's just like picking your way through so easily there. And I've gone, I don't know what position I am, but I think it's about 14th or so out of 20, and then again another position taken there. I did have a nudge in the rear end going into that chicane. This guy's going to go very wide, take a much better line. This car is really nice to drive actually around Mugello. It is actually quite an oversteery car. It does like to get that back end out quite a lot, so you do have to be careful of that. And this guy's going to block me into this right hander, but then again he's just going to go very wide. That's another position for free. Now I'm probably around about the top 10 now. Now coming through the last corner, this guy got a little bit of a slide on. You can see there that it is a very oversteery car. Let's tuck into that slipstream. Let's see if we can move up a position here. So at the moment we're about 5th or 6th, I think. I know when I get into 3rd, because that is going to be very soon, then eventually he's going to move to the left hand side. He was thinking of blocking me there and getting on the brakes very nicely. 2 positions here for free, and I think I'm 3rd now. So we're going to try and do a nice clean lap here of Mugello to try and catch up with the top 2, and then perhaps overhaul them and get into 1st place, and we can do our little victory dance. Let's see if it can happen into the next chicane. I do like this track because it really flows very nicely. There's not really many very sharp corners, and actually you have a lot of chicanes, not slow chicanes, but just very fast and flowing chicanes like this one here. Lots of left rights, right lefts. Pretty much all the corners on this track seem to be in pairs. At least that's how it feels. So you're going through a corner, and then instantly there's the next one upon you. It's never too long before you're going around another corner of this track. That's why it is one of my favourites, or the favourite of mine in this whole series. Now this guy here is a back marker, the guy ahead of me. You can see first 2 are just around this corner. This guy is a back marker, so I was getting very close to the top 2, but my progress is going to be halted by that, by that absolute scum move into this turn. So I was getting really close to the top 2, and it would have been a very cool finish had that not happened. Unfortunately it did. It's never too long before you get punted off in this game. So unfortunately I couldn't quite bring you a race win here, but we did come back to battle. This is 3rd place here, and then look up the inside. He had a very big slide on there through this first chicane. Up the inside, the move isn't quite complete, but I'm going to force him narrow into the second part, and then on the exit he can't quite control that car, can he? And I'm back up the inside on the exit, back up into 3rd place. So overall still not a bad result. I was punted off, and I did start right at the back, so it's going to be a 3rd place, so not too bad. Could have been better. Unfortunately it wasn't better. We're going to finish the race then, and that was a 3rd. So we're going to move to the final race of the video, and we're back at Dubai for one last race. Let's see how this goes. We're going to look up the inside of this guy, move up into 6th place. We're coming towards the love tunnel. The best tactic here, I think, is just to stay on the very far inside. Everyone's going to drift out wide, as they do, up into 4th place. So we've gained a few already. Now this guy's going to employ the wall ride tactic, and actually look, he actually gained on me there by riding the wall around the outside. Fair enough. And then I'm going to get punted slightly onto the sand, lose a bit of momentum. This guy comes back up the inside. Now this is where things get interesting. We've seen this corner before. Look for that signpost on the left. There is brake, and well, no one else has. They clearly don't know where that signpost is. That is the perfect braking zone for that corner, and well, they simply haven't mastered it. Now this guy is, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's just going to drive off to the right. The corner's actually a left-hander, so I think he actually needs to learn his lefts and rights, because that's quite a big problem if you're racing. You do need to know lefts and rights. Get a bit of drift tap XP there for some sweet drifting for the corner, and then we're going to skip a couple of laps because the race kind of died out. There's no one else to challenge, and thankfully this time I did actually manage to cross the line and win, so I wasn't disconnected. But overall the lobby is fairly messed up because there are so many problems with it. It would be nice to see a couple more lobbies appear, and perhaps have the ones that are there fixed, because this one seems to have a couple of issues with it. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've enjoyed making it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. So there we go, that's the end of this one. Do let me know your thoughts. As always, subscribe if you're new and like to see more, and obviously hit that like button if you enjoyed. I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.